The Kelp exploit did not only drain funds, it forced a rapid shutdown across protocols that had trusted rsETH as usable collateral. This matters because the story shows how one cross-chain failure can freeze activity far beyond the protocol that was directly attacked. The market response became a crisis management test for every integrated platform. The risk is not only the initial loss. It is the way trust can break across connected systems once users realize the problem may be wider than one address. The article said Kelp DAO paused protocol functions after about $292 million in rsETH was lost through a LayerZero-linked exploit path. It also said Aave froze rsETH markets to reduce risk while insisting its own smart contracts were not directly hacked. Troubling cross-chain is the phrase tied to this setup, and this matters because the story shows how one cross-chain failure can freeze activity far beyond the protocol that was directly attacked. The market response became a crisis management test for every integrated platform. Those confirmed details explain why the story spread so quickly through the market. Roughly 18% of circulating rsETH was described as affected in the incident. When a collateral asset is suddenly questioned, connected protocols have to decide fast whether to keep markets open and risk deeper damage or freeze activity and accept short-term disruption. The mechanism matters here because user loss and protocol stress usually follow the design weakness, not just the attacker wallet. That affects users holding rsETH, lenders using it, and protocols that need to defend trust quickly even when the bug was outside their own contracts. In security stories, the damage is never only about the first wallet or contract. It is also about whether users still trust the system around it, and whether connected protocols now have to change their own behavior. The unresolved piece is what the final recovery path looks like for holders and how much confidence returns once the system reopens, if it does. For searches like troubling cross-chain, the unresolved piece is what the final recovery path looks like for holders and how much confidence returns once the system reopens, if it does. Until those answers are clearer, rumors and half-formed assumptions can distort the picture almost as much as the exploit itself. The response matters almost as much as the exploit. Freezes, pauses, and emergency actions can limit further loss, but they also reveal how much discretionary control sits inside the system. That becomes part of the trust calculation too. Watch forensic findings, any compensation or recovery framework, and whether DeFi protocols become more conservative about cross-chain restaking collateral after this event. The next verified update will matter more than rumors because recovery, exposure, and governance can all shift quickly in incidents like this. The first clean technical review often changes the story more than the first headline did. The wider lesson is specific, not abstract. Interconnected DeFi products can turn one failure in one layer into stress for lending, liquidity, governance, and chain reputation all at once. That is why this kind of incident keeps echoing after the theft itself and why other protocols react so quickly. Troubling cross-chain is the phrase tied to this setup, and watch forensic findings, any compensation or recovery framework, and whether DeFi protocols become more conservative about cross-chain restaking collateral after this event. The viewers who follow this well will track the technical review, the recovery path, and the exact control points that were exposed, because that is where the next risk signal usually appears.